It's an exciting time to be an Impact fan, ladies and gentlemen. TNA Wrestling is coming back in 2024, but today we're going to be focusing on Turning Point, a part of the UK invasion, just going to be actually recorded a week after Bound for Glory, a fantastic Bound for Glory, may I say. Of course, the show will be taking place in Newcastle on the 27th of October. Will be airing on Impact Plus and, of course, other stations like Fight TV on November 3rd. There are 8 matches to go through, and, of course, I'm going to do this in a quick fire style. Starting what I believe will be the main event of this show, Will Ospreay taking on Eddie Edwards. Really excited for this match. Will Ospreay having another Match of the Year candidate, this time against Speedball Mike Bailey at Bound for Glory. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to seeing the match as well with Josh Alexander, which will be on the Fallout, which should be on Impact TV either, well, tonight at the time of recording or next Thursday. But of course, in the meantime, a match against Eddie Edwards, a man who's been seen as a Mr. Impact Wrestling over the years. This match should be incredible. Really looking forward to it. But of course, it's in Newcastle. It's in the United Kingdom. For me, there's only one prediction here. It is Will Ospreay walking away with the W, and what I think will be another fantastic show-stealing match. We're going to follow up then with the Knockouts World Championship, Trinity defending against Deonna Purrazzo. Now initially, this said that if Deonna lost this match, she couldn't get another opportunity at the Knockouts title whilst Trinity was the champion. Well, things have been updated since then. It doesn't seem to appear on the match graphic anymore. Instead, Gail Kim is going to be the special guest referee. A nice ingredient added to the match should actually bring a bit of interest and intrigue. Hopefully, just hopefully, this could be a start of a build of a Gail Kim versus Deonna Purrazzo match. One can dream. For me though, Trinity is going to retain. I expect her to go into Hard to Kill as the, well, TNA Knockouts champion to go against Jordynne Grace. Speaking of Jordynne Grace, she'll be taking on Dani Luna on this show. Of course, Jordynne Grace winning the Call Your Shot gauntlet at Bound for Glory. Like I said, she's called her shot for Hard to Kill. She now needs momentum going into that show. So for here, she'll pick up a win over Dani Luna. Speaking of Dani Luna, of course, she is a part of Subculture, and of course, Mark Andros and Flash Morgan Webster will be on this show as well. They'll be taking on Josh Alexander and Eric Young. It will be a tag team, which I'm looking forward to seeing how that'll play out here in Impact. I do think long term, that's going to lead to a breakup. That's going to lead to Eric Young perhaps going heel. Josh Alexander now not winning the world title at Bound for Glory is going to need new opponents going forward. I think Alexander versus Eric Young would be a good program in Impact Wrestling or TNA by the time we get around to Hard to Kill. However, the tapings for Impact going forward after this show are being recorded on the 26th of October. We do know that Josh Alexander and Eric Young will be actually teaming on those tapings, so that gives me the feeling they're going to need some momentum. So I think they're going to beat Subculture here, although for me, I would actually prefer a Subculture victory, but I will go for Alexander and Young to pick up the W. Keeping things in the tag team scene, the Motor City Machine Guns, that's right, the world champion Alex Shelley will be teaming with the X Division champion Chris Sabin. They'll be going against Moose and Brian Myers. Moose has called his shot. He has the Feast of Fire briefcase opportunity for the Impact World Championship. Of course, that'll be the TNA World Championship by the time it comes around to Hard to Kill. That is the place he's chose to cash that in. For me, we've got a Brian Myers right there who could take the pinfall, so I'm going to go for the Motor City Machine Guns to pick up the win. However, this could be a good place for Moose to pick up some momentum. However, like I said, Myers will take the pinfall, Machine Guns for the win. Well, let's talk about an X Division freeway match that will be taking place on this show. Rich Swann versus Frankie Kazarian versus Trey Miguel. For me, this could be a positioning to be getting a future X Division championship match. As much as I like to see Trey Miguel go for the title again, him with Zachary Wentz, the Rascals, I like what they're doing right now, so I want them to remain in the tag team scene. Rich Swann is doing brilliant stuff. No longer with Sami Callihan, it's time for him to break out. However, I think Frankie Kazarian could be the one I'm going to go for here. And the reason I'm going to go for Frankie is because, well, sometimes it's all about those TNA originals. They're still around with the rebrand of things going back to TNA. How about Chris Sabin versus Frankie Kazarian? Two people who put the X Division on the map are Hard to Kill. I think Frankie Kazarian makes the most sense to get the win here. We have Gisele Shaw against Alex Windsor. To be fair, not too familiar with Alex Windsor. Looking forward to seeing her in an Impact ring for what I believe is the first time. It's going to be a good opportunity to make a new star. However, I think Gisele Shaw is going to pick up the win here on this show. Last but certainly not least, we've got Joe Hendry, say his name and he appears, going against WhatCulture's Simon Miller. Really looking forward to this. I think actually this is great for Simon Miller. What an opportunity to compete in an Impact ring. Of course, he's been doing the indie scene on the UK scene for quite a while, so to have an exposing moment on Impact will be awesome. Of course, earlier this year, he was a part of All In as a security guard for the contract signing with Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs, so this is brilliant for him. However, when it comes to this match, Joe Hendry has to win. Why? Here's why. Simon Miller is a part of WhatCulture. It does not look good for a pro wrestler to be losing to a YouTuber. Yes, Simon Miller is working on the wrestling scene, from my understanding, a very good pro wrestler as well. I look forward to seeing him on Impact Plus, but Joe Hendry is one of your biggest stars in Impact. He should not be losing this match. It makes him look weak losing to a YouTuber. And I know some people may then say, well, what about a Logan Paul in WWE? Well, Logan Paul does other stuff. He's done boxing. He's lasted, the full rounds with Floyd Mayweather in a boxing ring. He's sold other things like Prime. He's in the mainstream market, which is something different to Simon Miller, who's more known to the hardcore wrestling audience. So for that reason, for me, Joe Hendry must win this match. Although I wouldn't be surprised if this was a shock moment on this show and Simon Miller actually pulled out the W. So that's my predictions there for Turning Point. Apologies about the voice, struggling a bit right now with that, but hopefully more videos will be on the way soon. Especially I want to give my full reaction to TNA Wrestling returning in 2024. There'll be plenty of Impact content coming on the channel in the meantime. Also, if you're a fan of WWE and AEW, make sure this is the place for you. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Share your predictions in the comments below. Share this with a friend and make sure to subscribe to this channel. Check out some videos on the side of the screen in the meantime where, well, my voice is 100% healthy. Enjoy Turning Point and I'll see you for the next video.